My name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks.
And hello there, I'm Sweet Baby James, otherwise known as James Maynard.
And tonight I'm here to talk to you about what are your gifts? Do you fight them or embrace them? What does it have to do with envy? And why am I talking about this tonight when I think I've sort of touched on it before, but not straight on the nose?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I always learn something new when we have one of these shows.
Thank you. But before we get into the topic itself, I'd like Sweet Baby James to introduce our show.
Yeah, what is this show anyway? Well, it's Inner Revolution, changing the world from the inside out. And every Monday and Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, we have the opportunity to hear Granny Beth's wit, wisdom, and uncommon sense. So, Granny, take it away.
Thank you. Well, some of you may say, well, haven't you talked about that before? Well, not directly. And anyway, I still see it being played out every day. So this is a topic worth discussing again. And Island says, glad to be here. And we are so glad that you are with us. So first of all, I want to start with envy, even though the topic is what are your gifts? See, but I did promise you that this was going to have to do with envy. Well, I think we know that envy kills. Remember that example with Tanya Harding and trying to disable her opponent? Now, some of you are too young, but this was in the skating arena, try to disable her opponent in the ice skating Olympics and all of that.
Oh, yeah, which is going on right now, as a matter of fact.
Oh, well, that's very timely. Well, you know, you can actually kill someone through envy, right? But most of it, you can kill someone on a different level. If you envy them, you will unconsciously withdraw your support and energy from him or her, or you might actually send out hateful vibes like go down, go down. Now, you may not know you're doing that. You just may be doing that unconsciously. You might even sabotage them. If you are the one who's being envied, you will be damaged by the lack of support. You may gather together your bravado and say, to hell with them and fight on. You know, I'm still going to do it. But you will never feel the comfort and strengthening that support will bring.
Might I add also that when you're envying somebody else, you're diverting yourself from what you could be doing to develop your gifts. And instead, you know, the best form of flattery is to imitate somebody. So you're going to tend to imitate that which that person has going on that you wish you had.
Right, which very good point. So, Todd says, great topic tonight. Thank you, Todd. I'm glad that you feel that way. So first, before we go too far into this, I want to ask, what is a gift? Right? Yeah. And I'm not talking about the tree and the Christmas tree and, you know. Simply speaking, a gift is something we seem to be born with. You know, that's why it's a gift. We're born with it. We didn't earn it. See? If a skill is something you earn, you have to work hard. But a gift is something you just have. Now, some have been gifted with a beautiful voice, or a strong body, or an artistic eye. I would not be any of those. Some have been gifted with the ability to clean really well, also not my gift, and with joy. But in any case, a gift can be embraced and developed, or it can be fought, neglected, and perhaps destroyed. Now, I'm not saying you don't have to develop your gifts, but I'm saying that you have that natural affinity, if you understand that word. You just have a natural way of being with something. So the biggest factor in whether or not we embrace our gifts is whether or not that particular gift is held in high esteem by someone. Our parents, our teachers, or the kids, the world at large. Let's say, for example, that you're a talented writer. That's a gift. You were born with, you know, that I was given, right? That was one of my gifts. Okay. So, Elizabeth said hello and sent a heart. Hello, Elizabeth. So let's say you're a talented writer, but you grow up in a world where being a business person brings more status, approval, admiration, or money, right? Do you say, I love my writing gift, and do you nurture it? Or do you belittle yourself, your gift, and therefore envy the person with the gift that gets the reward? Now, here are some examples. Okay, so we already were looking at the business person as being the one who gets the reward. So do you envy them, you know, while you're, you know, not paying any attention to your own gift? So I'm going to give you some examples. You play the violin well, but the guy who plays rock guitar gets all the girls. You are gentle, but the football player gets all the girls. You are a talented carpenter, but the future doctor gets all the girls. Oh no, I seem to be repeating myself. Okay, so you get the picture. All right, so in this case, the reward was getting all the girls, like you should get a girl. You know, I don't even want to get into that whole conversation about what that even implies, gets the girls, but you know, we all have heard that expression, right? So if getting the girls is a value to you, then you might be swayed, or a value to somebody, you know, who's important to you. So you say, oh, you might downgrade your gift in your own mind. Oh, I don't want to play the violin anymore. You don't even know you're doing it. But I've seen this, guys. You don't want to play the violin anymore because you want to be a rock guitarist and or a football player or a doctor because you want the apparent reward of being those things, even if you have no talent in those areas. And what could the reward be? Status, money, admiration, approval of a significant person in your life, like your boy or girlfriend or your parent or your brother, as you know, popularity in the larger world, a secure future. You know, these seem big, especially when we're kids. These things seem really big to us. Actually, even as we age, they're pretty big. So if our gifts, the ones we actually have, don't bring the rewards we want at least, we may be perpetually dissatisfied with ourselves, be perpetually dissatisfied with our lives, be perpetually dissatisfied with fate, and going back to Sweet Baby James' point, neglect our true gifts, which will lead us to be even less competent in our lives and less satisfied with ourselves and our fate. So you see, there is a very important connection between the rewards that we value and the gifts that we have. So let me ask you some questions now. What is your gift? Or you may have many, but we could start with one. Now, what is the prize or reward you seek? Uh-oh. Do they match? Is there a matching prize for the gift you have? For example, if your gift is the capacity to love, you might receive love in return. Well, do you want that? Is there a match between the reward you seek and the gift you have? And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't, and a lot of times they don't, right? Have you fought the gift and tried to do something else? Think about it. Or have you reevaluated the reward and considered that maybe it's not that important? Are you all thinking out there? I hope so. You're not commenting. I'm hoping that you're thinking. Somebody wrote last time. She said, I didn't want to say anything because I was so focused on what you were saying. I didn't want to comment. So I love that. So do you understand what I'm saying? Have you fought the gift and tried to do something else? Have you embraced your gift anyway? Or have you even gone so far as to reevaluate the reward and consider maybe it's not that important, like getting the girls, right? Maybe you
or the money.
Or the money or the prestige or pleasing your parents or whatever. Do you find or even recognize those who value your gift? Or do you put them down as well? You know, the famous Groucho Marx saying, I don't want to be part of a club that would have me. Island
as
says,
a member, right?
Not sure I have ever had a recognized gift. Well, Island, that's the whole thing. You're going to have to, it very well may be that your gifts were not recognized. It doesn't mean that you don't have them. It means that the people around you didn't recognize them. That makes it really, really tough. But even sometimes there are people who do value our gift, but we put them down like, oh, she's fat, or she's gay, or she's from black, or she is unpopular in some other way, or she's Christian. You know what I mean? It could be the other way. She's white. So, I don't want to be associated with her because she, he, they are, whatever it is, they are not in the high status, right? So we might even discard the people who actually do recognize our gifts. That's really painful. It looks like we have another comment. Elizabeth, I'm pondering on your questions. It is hard to comment and still listen to you. I agree. So don't worry about commenting now. Comment later. Do you care about the opinion of those who love who you are? Or do you value the opinion of those who don't? Ooh. Oh, I hope that got you right in the gut.
Oh, yeah.
Often, now this is just another point, but I have to move this along because there's a lot of content. Often we have to fight not only our own tendency to put ourselves down, we have to fight societal opinion or the opinion of some authority figure. Now, I'm going to give you an example. When I was a child, I played the piano. I played until I was 15 years old, when I became chronically and severely ill. My gift on the piano was sensitivity and musicality. Island said, gosh, well, something that I said hit her. So glad to hear it. Okay. My gift was sensitivity and musicality. I was sick and weak. And this is before I became chronically ill. I was always sick and weak. And I couldn't play big music, flashy music, anything that took strength or calisthenics at the keyboard. Now, I went to a music school, the High School of Performing Arts, and my gift was ignored, overlooked. I didn't play the way the school was rewarding people. People who have played big music, they tended to be rewarded. Even my piano teacher, who thought I was gifted or said so to my mother, that teacher gave me the wrong music to learn. Music that I could never learn. That was like my hands were too small to play. I didn't have the strength to play it. I could never learn that music. I didn't even like that music. And that was my own piano teacher. No one, and also there was some envy going on in my house, but I don't even need to get into that. Thank God I had to stop playing the piano at the age of 15 because I couldn't stand the emotional pain of playing the piano and not having my gift validated. I just couldn't handle it. Not at that time. I didn't have the wisdom. I didn't have the support, right? To tell you the truth, I was relieved to have to stop playing the piano because of my shame about what I interpreted as a lack of talent when I just didn't have what the society was looking for. And this is in classical music. I certainly wasn't able to play pop or rock or any of that stuff. I had no affinity for that kind of music. I cannot like it and appreciate it, but it isn't me. At the age of 73, I came back to the piano and started improvising. I mean, that was a 58-year gap, right? I was still crippled, right? But I discovered my gift, that I could play with musicality and sensitivity if I improvised and played what my body could do. Did I embrace it or fight it? To tell you the truth, I did a little of both. Denying my musical gift was a habit, and I had to struggle to overcome it, and I still am struggling to overcome it. Embracing my gift has taken courage. Now, I want to tell you a victory story. I want to take the victory lap around the, whatever you call those things, when you go around in a circle in a rink or something, a track or something like that.
Yeah.
First time I've ever run track is right now. Last night, Sweet Baby James and I went to a sports bar where they were playing loud classic rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I plugged in the intermission between the loud classic rock and the loud classic rock that everybody loved, right? And I played as I do in a classical style with sensitivity and musicality. Well, to my absolute shock, people stopped and listened. I mean, I was shocked. I had reached them. I had offered them the gift of my music, which seemed to soothe people's hearts. In fact, I do Dreams of Peace every week. Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific time, I play the piano. And there are a lot of people.
On Thursday nights.
On Thursday nights, thank you, 7 p.m. Thursday night, that a lot of people who are touched and moved by that music, and a lot of people aren't. But am I going to pay attention to the ones who aren't or the ones who are? So the people last night, those people in that bar, for that moment, they needed what I offered. They wouldn't take it as a substitute for their classic rock. As soon as I was done, they were right back to, you know what I mean? And I'm not putting down that music. It's just not me, right? I didn't get a record contract last night. I wasn't invited to play at their daughter's weddings, but they took it in. They took in my music, and that was their gift to me. Clearly, validating my gift and offering it to others enabled others to benefit from my gift. I'm going to say that again. Validating my gift and offering it to others enabled others to benefit from my gift.
Yeah.
And I benefited too, because I felt like I had done something of value. So now, in the next couple of days, because I'm going to be back on Wednesday, think about your gifts. Ask yourself whether you fight them or embrace them, and be honest enough to see the cost if you don't embrace them. The cost in your envy of others who are getting the rewards that you want, but don't have the gift for, or the luck, or whatever. The cost, because you may be withholding your part, because I might never have gone to that sports bar last night because I didn't want to be rejected. The cost you pay for feeling sorry for yourself and inflicting that self-pity on everybody else. The cost of living in dissatisfaction, which just roils the gut. I want you to share this program. A lot of people will be coming on later. You'll be commenting. I hope you like and love it, and I want you to share it. I want you to think about all the people in the world who need this message. I am offering my gift. I don't have the gift that Rush Limbaugh has, which is to attract millions. But I have the gift of Beth Green, Granny Rocks, and I'm offering it to you, and you offer it to them. That is a gift you can give to people who need to hear this.
You have a dual gift because you have the gift of communication and communicating that musically.
That's me. I'm a communicator. Words, music, whatever, movement, if I could move. Thank you, James. So now, next time, I want to talk about a related but different topic. It's a teaching that I received via my inner voice, right? Back in 2011. And this had to do with my constant dissatisfaction that I wasn't doing enough. It said, you are a very small part of a vast evolution. Be happy about that, but carry your burden well. So I want to focus on that aspect of this on Wednesday. So I know you're going to be hanging at the edge of your seat till then. And of course, you can always come on later. So it's 6:30 Pacific time on Wednesday. So it looks like we have another comment. Island, sure love your gift of communication.
Thank you.
And I love your gift of love and appreciation, Island. I appreciate that gift. Believe me. And
that's validating your gift and therefore encouraging you to share that gift more, just like you said.
That's right. So we can't help the world we grew up in, but we can do something about it, can't we? Especially if we stick together.
Yep.
So I think that's it. Go to my website. You can schedule yourself in for counseling. I have groups. You can get free books at the website. There's all kinds of good stuff there.
What is the name of that website?
And you can donate. Please consider, if you've got an extra buck in your pocket, you can use your credit card and donate any amount of money to help spread Inner Revolution. What was the name of that? That's www.bethgreen.org. It's in the post. Imagine that. I'm so organized. Okay. Love you all.
Love you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.